Our big story at 5, Daniel Holtzclaw, the former Oklahoma City police officer found guilty of sex crimes, must serve 263 years in prison. This after a motion for a new trial was denied. This is brand new video into our newsroom just within the last hour of Holtzclaw leaving court.
And here's what we know right now. Holtzclaw must serve all 263 years behind bars consecutively.
This all stems from being found guilty of sex crimes last November. A jury convicted him on 18 of 36 counts, saying he did victimize women while on duty. Our Tom George was in the courtroom for the sentencing. He joins us live right now with more on the judge's decision today. Tom.
Mike and Wendy, I'm standing outside the courtroom where just a few hours ago we learned that Daniel Holtzclaw will be sentenced to all 263 years behind bars for raping and assaulting women while on duty. Now, inside the courtroom, we heard some pretty dramatic testimony as some of the victims took the stand telling the judge how they say Holtzclaw ruined their lives, some of them in tears. Now, this courtroom was packed both inside and out with people, and after that sentencing came down, you could hear sighs of relief from many here in the community who say justice has finally been served.
Anticipation turned into celebration after Daniel Holtzclaw was sentenced to his full 263 years.
I pray Mr. Holtzclaw is not allowed to prey on the weak or other women ever again.
Victims like Janie Liggins took the stand to tell the judge how Holtzclaw hurt her life. Liggins says she's lived in fear and even had a stroke.
Not only have I suffered, my family has been afflicted with the pain of the crime. My daughters and my sisters are fearful when the police car approaches them from behind.
Another victim was 17 at the time and told the judge she felt dead inside and argued for the full sentence. The defense asked for mercy, but the state argued that Holtzclaw has shown no remorse. The judge agreed, and his sentence will run consecutively for all 263 years. For many who worried no one would believe black women accusing him of rape, this was a victory.
When we talk about Black Lives Matter, it's not just about physical violence of life being taken, but even sexual violence of life being stolen.
That it is time for a revolution, for a cultural change in policing, that it has to happen now, and thank you, Oklahoma, for giving the spark to the powder keg that's going to blow up a new movement.
And as the former cop left in cuffs, District Attorney David Prater says it's proof that no one is above the law.
Many victims believe that no one will believe them, and I will tell you, these women didn't think that either, but we did, and you see what happened.
Now, there was a delay of about 3 hours this morning, and that's because defense filed this motion for a new trial. They claim that there was new evidence in a Facebook post, but the state argued there just wasn't enough evidence to warrant a new trial, and the judge agreed. He dismissed that motion. So what that means right now is the ruling will stand. Holtzclaw will serve 263 years behind bars consecutively, and right after that hearing, he was escorted out, and he'll begin that sentence right now, live at the courthouse. Tom George, Fox 25 News.
Our coverage of the story does not end here. Coming up at 5:30, we'll have reaction from the community on Holtzclaw sentencing. Of course, you can find all of our coverage from the trial to the verdict to today's sentencing right now on OKCFox.com and your Fox 25 mobile app.
Now to a developing story out of Eufaula. A bank robbery, chase, and shootout left 2 people dead. Let me show you exactly where this wild chain of events happened. Eufaula is